Huh? Hello everybody, welcome back to another Snapshot video here. This is Ike here, and I haven't done a video on the first three or the first two snapshots just because it felt like there was a lot there, but there wasn't a lot to say. And there's still not a whole lot. I mean, we've got a bunch of new stuff. I mean, to the point that people are saying that Minecraft's looking like modded, and we got all these new blocks, we got some new flowers, there's some other new things to show you. And there's also, and I'm going to see if I can get them to spawn in here by putting a bunch of villagers in, because there were a ton of raids going on around the place. But now they're gone since I've been in the world a little bit, so we may fly off and show you. So, but let's show you the raids. But let's go ahead and talk about these new blocks. This was added in the first snapshot, and what we have here is now an easy way to make banners. And the beautiful thing about this is all we need is one die, and we can make whatever pattern. Yeah. You make whatever pattern we want to make here. We want to make that costs one die. Now, that also being said, if we need a head, let's use a creeper head. So if we need a head or the enchanted apple, notch apple, yeah. We're also able to make patterns, I believe, for, let's see, I'm not sure what goes in there. I think it's paper. Might be paper. Let's see. Yeah, we're supposed to be able to make patterns for these, for the ones what we need golden apples for. Okay, so yeah, I was right. It was paper, but what we need to do is actually, you know, go into a crafting inventory, and we need to put a paper and the item, and then we'll get the banner pattern. Okay, so I knew that was a thing. So we do that and put a banner in here, and then we put a color, make it blue, and then we have that pattern. And we can use this pattern over and over again. A lot like Tinker's in my mind. You can also do that with the creeper head or the enchanted or the oxide daisy, whatever. And that being said, while we're talking about dyes, we actually have new dyes. We have the blue dye, we have the black dye, and then there's a brown dye. And we get these dyes. We get the white dye by putting bone meal into the crafting table. That turns that into the white dye. Or if we take and place brown in, we can get the brown dye. And the other thing that we need is a wither flower, gives us black dye, or ink sacks also give us the black dye. So we actually have to convert the ink sac now into a dye. And let's see, lapis I'm sure will turn into a blue dye if we need it to. Yeah, it will. So now we have a farmable way, this cornflower, which can be found in several biomes around the area. And the lily of the valley also will give you white dye, I believe. Let's check that out. Yeah, white dye. So now we have plenty of other ways other than lapis and bone meal to get those, and a flower to get black dye. And crafting of banners is so much easier and cheaper now at this point. So yeah, we're going to be able to make more and more complex banners, and banners are going to be more fun to work with in the future. Now we also have the barrel, the smoker, the blast furnace, the cartography table, the fletching table, the I forget what that one's called. Look at it. It's called the smithing table. And then we grindstone, the stone cutter, and the bell. Now, the barrel and the smoker and the blast furnace, these two actually have functions like furnaces, but you must use hoppers the same way you'd set up an automatic smelting setup. And this also has I believe, an inventory of 42. And you can rotate how it's placed when you place it. These here were new last snapshot. The bell can also be placed like this or on the side. Well, you can't place it on the side, but you can place it underneath, or you can place it down like that. Yeah, so that's the new blocks. They don't really do a whole lot just yet, but the loom looks pretty good too. If you look at the different textures around it, it's been suggested that maybe you could use them with bookshelves. If I can find the bookshelves, let me just type it in. Yeah. Place them down next to bookshelves. They kind of look like an empty shelf there. Or they could look like just empty shelves in a kitchen or whatever you want to do. It's just you know, a lot of ideas that we can come up with the patterns on these blocks in the future. Now the wither rose is is it called the wither rose? Yeah, the wither rose. You actually get the wither rose from fighting the wither, and the wither kills a mob, it will drop a wither rose, and that's the only way to get that. And it also, if you're in survival mode and you touch it, it'll give the wither effect to anything that touches it. So it's one way to kill mobs. The scaffolding block, there is a crafting recipe for it. A lot of people have mentioned that there might not be. Let's see, crafting table, please. Crafting table. And I believe the crafting recipe is going to be bamboo and some string. And the string. And it should be something like this. And you get 6 scaffolding right there. And the scaffolding block you can right click on, and as long as you have blocks, they'll stack all the way up to build limit as long as you're holding down. The other thing is you can place blocks on the side of scaffolding blocks, and they'll make this crate type shape like this, and up to 4. But when you get to the 5th one, it's just going to fall to the ground and create another leg. Just like that. Now I think with these we could probably do some interesting decor in a house. Shelving units or just whatever. I think it could be pretty cool for interior design. And nobody's really talking about this, but I think the scaffolding block's going to be the next big elevator design in Minecraft, because now it requires no redstone, and it's adjustable. It doesn't matter how many floors you have. All you got to do is just walk out on the level you want to go to. So as long as there's a way you can go up, you can come up and press space in the middle of it, and you'll go up. And you can press shift on it, and you'll go down. Now, kind of makes it difficult for bridging out, in my opinion, so I think they haven't really thought this through. Like, I placed that one on top, but if I hit shift here, I'm going to fall right through it as well. So it's rather difficult to place, in my opinion. I think you got to aim for the leg. Yeah, that's what it is. You got to aim for the leg and hope you don't fall off in the process. But once you're out here over a block that doesn't have any scaffolding underneath it, you'll be able to bridge out just fine till you find a place that it's got to fall down. But yeah, it's a pretty fun block. I think it brings up, in my mind, it brings up the problem with inventory selection, because we have our 27 and plus our other 9 for the hotbar. But like, I already don't carry torches with me. I already don't carry, half the time I don't keep a shovel or a bow or whatever because of inventory management. So I mean, something like a scaffolding block should have a spot for it, just like your armor does and your offhand does. There should be a spot up here so you can hold scaffolding block, or a spot so you can hold torches. I mean, I just think that we need new ways to be able to come up with, you know, to make it easier to build. I mean, scaffolding block's supposed to make it easier to build, but if it's inconvenient to carry it with you because your inventory's full, then you may not actually use it in the first place. So to me, interior design and elevator is going to be the biggest uses for it. So what else is there to talk about? You know, obviously they've added bamboo into the game, and it looks like this. and when it grows, it looks something like this. And I'm not sure what the max height of it is, but when we make farms of it, it'll be pretty much just like a sugarcane farm. Once you break it off, it'll regrow, and when you break it there, all the above ones will grow. The other interesting thing about the bamboo is that it actually doesn't place center, and every time you place one, it kind of goes in a different place, a lot like flowers. Let's fly off in the distance and see if we can't find a leftover raid. It appeared to me that when we spawned in the world that here's the raid. The raids actually spawned in with the world. So I don't know if that's like you gotta find them. Because since the ones that were spawned in came in, I haven't seen any other ones spawn in around those villages. Interesting thing is that in previous snapshots they didn't spawn in with vindicators, but now they do. There's a vindicator there, and now a vindicator or even a crossbow guy, the illager, could actually spawn riding the illager beast, which didn't happen before. Another cool thing is that when you kill the raid leader who has the banner over his head, he will drop the banner, and it's kind of a collector's item because the illager banner is highlighted in orange, and you can't get that in any other way. When you kill these guys, they'll drop emeralds. Sometimes they'll drop the crossbow. And when you kill the illager beast, he'll drop a saddle. Currently, there's no way to tame or ride him, but it would be nice if they did. And I agree with Cub Fan on this. I think if they added the illusioner, and there's no egg for the illusioner either, but the illusioner is a mob that was placed in 1.12 / summon Minecraft. There we go, illusioner. Yeah. If they actually made it so the illusioner could spawn in with the raids, I think that would be awesome. Just make it a little more difficult and more fun. I'd like to see that mob implemented at some point in time in the game. And I think that's about it, guys. They haven't added anything else in the game. I know they've done a little bit of technical stuff in the background with the lighting engine, and they've probably fixed some bugs. And but right now the game is still a little bit herky-jerky and hard to come up with. And I guess before we go, we'll talk about crafting recipes. I showed you how to craft that. Let's talk about crafting recipes for the loom, because it does have a recipe as well. And from what I understand, it should just be 2 planks of any kind and string. So it should be 2 planks and a string to get you a loom. That is a very cheap setup for this. I've noticed people use this texture also for like a keyboard or a grill. It looks pretty good. And what else was I gonna craft? Oh, the crossbow should have a crafting recipe. Okay, so tripwire hook, some sticks and string, which that's a pretty good one. There's the loom again. The banner patterns. You can also now craft sticks from bamboo. Yeah, and that's it. I believe that's it. Alright, guys. I hope you did find this video informative. If I missed anything, let me know. And thanks for watching this snapshot video. This is Ike here, bringing you ideas and tutorials to help you survive and thrive in Minecraft. And until next time, guys, happy Minecrafting, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot about the cats. There are actually 10 cats right now in the game. Let's see if we can spawn some of those in. There's a white one. There's that. You actually tame these cats the same way you did the ocelots with raw fish. You can no longer tame ocelots either. At the moment, there are 10 skins. The original ones still being included. And when you sleep in a bed and you've tamed these guys, they will often come and sleep on your bed, on top of you. And when you wake up in the morning, there's a chance that these that the cats will actually bring you a gift in the morning, and those gifts being rabbit's foot, rabbit's hide, also membranes, phantom membranes, and let me see, yeah, a string, rotten flesh, a feather, or a raw chicken, or what they could end up bringing you in the morning. One more thing now that I'm thinking about it, with the crossbow, if the crossbow has multi-shot on it, they've also added it so that you could got no arrows. They've also added it where you could shoot. I mean to hit the cat. They've also added it where you can shoot fireworks with these things. I'm not going to demonstrate because I'll have to craft it. And even with the multi-shot, when you shoot a firework, it'll shoot 3 fireworks, just like it does with multi-shot 3. And it only uses up 1 firework, the same as it does with the arrows. So yeah, alright. Now, that's the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all that stuff if you enjoyed the video and found it informative. Until next time, guys, happy Minecraft, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.